Hello and welcome to the Third Sector. I'm your host, Tamara Brinkman. In our society, there are three sectors: the public, the private, and the nonprofit. And it's that third sector that we are here to talk about today. My guests today are Debra Browning from the organization Birth to Five, and also Marcy Crull, the executive director of Girls Inc. First up today joining me is Debra from Birth to Five. Hi, Debra. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me today and coming on to share with the community the great work that Birth to Five does. So I'm super excited to hear all about it. So, give us a little bit of when did Birth to Five start in our area? How long have you been around? How'd we get started? Or you? I'm a we, like I work with you, but.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, and I'm so excited to be here, and I'm pretty passionate about our agency and the work we do. So thank you for inviting me. We are, for those that don't know, we're a home visiting program that we work individually with families in their home setting, with ages 0 through 5, even starting prenatally in the third trimester. Birth to Five actually started in 1991. There were some former teachers that were discovering that kids just weren't quite ready socially, emotionally, and academically for kindergarten. So they got together and they started using the Parents as Teachers curriculum, which is a national organization. We are certified with using their curriculum, their activities. And then in 1996, added Healthy Families Indiana, which is another home visiting program through DCS.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about what is the mission of Birth to Five? I mean, you mentioned obviously kind of some of the age range, but what's your mission?
Yeah, so our mission statement is to provide children and the people in their lives supportive, educational, and healthy resources to help them grow and thrive. And our vision is to proactively inspire, educate, and prepare families. We firmly believe that parents are their child's first and most important teacher. Parent education, we're not there to tell them how to parent, we're here to provide support, scientific education on early childhood development, and help them to figure out the best way to parent with their own families. A big part of our program is to prevent child abuse and neglect, because hopefully with that education and support, we can prevent some of these instances. But our program particularly is voluntary. And so anybody that wants a home visitor can have one, which is really cool, because parenting is hard no matter what. No matter how many, if it's our first kid or our sixth, how much education or support, anything, parenting is always hard. And it's really, really necessary sometimes to have just extra eyes, and sometimes just to say, yeah, you know what, you're doing okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. Just knowing that those supports are out there. So if you were a family and you're watching this at home today, maybe they've just had a new baby, or have a little one in the house, or it's a mom who's got one on the way. What's a great way for them to connect with you if they're like, oh my gosh, I think I need them?
Yeah, that's a great question. And there's actually several ways.
Okay.
The most common one is we get information on families from the OB offices in the hospital, also from WIC. They give a little information sheet, just kind of what a home visiting program is, and then we can contact them. However, we also have a Facebook page, Birth to Five in Richmond, Indiana,
Okay.
that you can message us through. Our website, which is mybirth25to, not the numeral 2, I mean.
Right. We just put that up on the screen so you know, so they've got the TO spelled out correctly.
Oh, perfect. Thank
Yes.
you. I'm the kind of person that needs things like that, literally, like, okay, I got it. And then also you can call our office at any time too. And even if the new parents or caregivers out there just want information, we are more than happy to always answer questions and tell you kind of like what a home visit would look like.
That's fantastic. And they just popped that telephone number up on the screen as well. So those are a few great avenues for folks to reach out. So again, if you're at home watching this episode and you think that they could be of a resource to you, I highly recommend reaching out to them. They do a lot of great work with their kids and families. So on that note, you're the head of the Parent Educator programming. I know that, Debra. So tell us a little bit more about some of those programs that you guys run.
So I should also mention that we're always free.
Yep, free is good. That's wonderful news.
Always free. So the Parent Educator program actually consists of, she's the executive director, but also my direct supervisor, Linda Irwin. And then it's a team of us, myself, Cindy Isaacs, and Renee Westover. And then we also have Healthy Families Indiana with 3 other women in there, and then 2 other supervisors. But and whereas I do work with the Healthy Families, you're correct in that I've been with the Parents as Teachers part of it for about 10 years.
Okay.
So I love my job, and we touch so many families, not just with the home visits and the activities that we bring for families to do. It is all, we have to be certified in the curriculum. We have to be trained. So it's all scientific. Mm-hmm. We bring the activities we bring. It's generally things that people will have in their homes so that you don't have to go out and buy things to do. We also provide free playgroups every week. Renee is our playgroup person. Also free to anybody in the community. You don't even have to be enrolled with a home visitor to do that. And then we also do free community events that always, when our goal is to have the parents and the kids come together and do something fun. So we're doing lots of things right now. Another thing that we're doing right now is parent cafes. That is a safe space physically and emotionally for parents to come together in their parent or caregiver role to talk about their successes and challenges with parenting, to learn about the strengthening factors. But yeah, the Parents as Teachers. And if you want to know specifically about that Parents as Teachers program, on our website, it talks about it. Mm-hmm. But you can also go to the Parents as Teachers. If you just search up Parents as Teachers, their website will pop up, and any program, any agency that is certified, we all follow the same things.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about what are the biggest challenges that you're seeing with your families, would you say?
Oh, that is a loaded question.
And maybe more so, obviously, we're coming off of, we've all gone through a very, marker in our history of a global pandemic, and it's brought a lot of issues for a lot of people. And so, have you started to see, things change as a result of that year?
Yes, absolutely, because we needed to still serve our families, because having the emotional support and helping families to maybe learn how to be together in a house for months on end has been challenging, and doing visits virtually and by phone, it has been challenging. Our families are fantastic. They've really stuck with us through it, because I won't say always, it's just harder to engage them and engage the kids, as opposed to being face to face in front of them. Luckily, we are able to now start outdoor visits with our families. I will say it has really forced us at Birth to 5, both Healthy Families and Parents as Teachers, to really be creative and think outside the box of, how are we going to engage a 2-year-old on the camera?
Right. With some level of focus.
So that has been a challenge, but again, it's been a very good lesson for us with being creative and thinking outside the box, and lots and lots and lots of communication in a way that we maybe haven't had before. And a lot of parents we all hear about postpartum anxiety and depression.
Okay, yeah.
The mental health repercussions of this have been pretty huge for both parents and kids, and even parents who wouldn't identify as having anxious feelings or anxious moments have really started to deal with that.
Yeah.
So it's, in my role as a parent educator, every aspect of their lives affects their parenting.
Yeah.
So it is my job to try to meet the families where they are. And this is true for home visiting, global pandemic or not, but particularly just where we need to meet the families, because sometimes our lesson plans that we prepare for each individual family, they just go out the window.
Yeah.
And say, okay, we need to focus on this today. So, because I think sometimes the families, we even surprise ourselves as parents with, oh, I didn't even know that was bothering me, but I guess we'll talk about it.
Well, fortunately, you guys are around to help out, and that's super, we're super lucky for that. What would you say as we're getting, starting to get to the end of our time here today? What's the takeaway that you want people to have? Is that how they can get engaged? Is that what's the impact on the community? What do you want to leave us kind of with today?
Our agency is fabulous because, again, we are open to everyone, no matter socioeconomic status, no matter money, housing, education. Again, we all just need a little bit of extra support with parenting. It is really, really cool. I don't have any better word for that. With families that I've been with since their babies were only a couple of months old, and now I'm getting ready to graduate them from the program because they're going to kindergarten in the fall. We've been part of their families, and these kids just know, like, we've always been part of their lives.
Right.
And they don't know any different. And having that rapport, help with, again, resources, activities. Oh, I didn't know that was a milestone, helping them to ensure that they are as ready for kindergarten as they possibly can be. We are a dependable institution that we are firmly rooted in the community and very passionate about what we do and each individual family we serve. They're not just a case number. We deeply care about every single family we visit.
Well, we are so lucky that you guys are here and in the community and doing the work that you are doing. To those of you watching Debra and everything that she shared with us today about Birth to Five, you can, again, we're putting up the website, take a look at their website, find them on Facebook. We've also provided you a phone number that you can call if you have a need, if you want to give, if you're looking to just you want to volunteer some time. If you've got some time, obviously, they'll work with you on what that looks like for them or what those opportunities might be. But feel free. There's the phone number on the screen. And so as we wrap up this segment of our show today, Debra, I want to thank you so much for representing Birth to Five and sharing all of this. When we come back, Marcy Crull from Girls Inc. Welcome back. Marcy Crull, Executive Director of Girls Inc., has joined me, and she is going to talk about all things Girls Inc., and they have got a lot of exciting stuff from what I am hearing. Marcy Crull, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, we're excited to have you on the episode today and share with us all about Girls Inc. So why don't we start with, when did Girls Inc. start and, here in Richmond, Wayne County?
So Girls Inc. has been around for a long time in Wayne County. I think we're going on 52 years. Started out as Girls Club, one location, meeting at one of the elementary schools, ran by volunteers, and it just kept growing. We met in different locations around Wayne County. We had groups out of churches, and I want to say around 1999 is when Girls Inc. finally purchased their own building and had their own location on 10th Street and was there for over 20 years. And now we're at our location on 8th Street and have been here for 3 years. Lots more space and been able to serve many more girls.
That's fantastic. How many would you estimate, Marcy, that you guys see? Girls come through you guys through whichever program or your doors?
So we serve girls ages 5 to 18, and at the Center for our After School Programming before COVID, we were serving around 126.
Okay.
So really, we tripled our number of girls served in just 3 years. So it's been amazing. Our growth is just, taking off, and it was really exciting. Of course, now with COVID, we've, our membership's down a little bit, but we really think it'll pick back up as things pick back up and open up. Our summer camp, usually we serve around 100 girls, but we're hoping to also start promoting that in different ways after COVID and grow that as well. We do outreach programming in the schools. So junior high and high school, we have our healthy sexuality program that United Way has been fantastic with supporting and help fund that since it is free to the schools. And we usually serve around 700 students, both boys and girls, through that program. We have a good number, but we're still looking at other opportunities to grow and serve more. There's definitely a need. And since we are Girls Inc. of Wayne County and not just Richmond, we really are looking at that outreach piece.
Right. That's so great that you guys are looking to expand all that great work you do to even further across the community and the county. And now I feel like I've heard that maybe there's a little bit of some like small little camp opportunities that are expanding into maybe even some other outer lying communities. Is that true? Kind of talk to us about how that sort of take a step back to, the mission of Girls Inc. and then how these expansions are tying into that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Girls Inc., our mission is to inspire all girls to be strong, smart, and bold. And that really means the strong, we want girls to be healthy, smart, to be educated, and bold to be independent. And since we really want to reach all girls, we have just really been looking at outreach and what we could do differently to be more accessible and available to any girl that wants to participate. So we are, for the first time, offering 2-week mini summer camps. The theme is on leadership. And we will be at Fountain City this year for 2 weeks. We will be in Hagerstown for 2 weeks, and then Union County for 2 weeks and Fayette County for 2 weeks. So it's the first year, and we're just kind of starting small. It's half-day camps. And then we're hoping to be able to build on that in the future and even expand into some other areas.
Right. Well, I think that's wonderful. I know those parts of the community and a couple of those other outerlying or surrounding counties to us just have tremendous need for something like this. And I'm sure that your sign-up sheet will probably be full in 5 seconds from when it's opened up. So it's great news that you guys
We're hoping so.
Yeah, that you all are expanding out into those areas. So you guys, I know, have sort of some core programs. Do you want to talk about those, or maybe anything new in terms of addition to those programs or changes to any of that?
Yeah, so we have 9 core programs that we offer year-round in our after-school and then also in summer. Our programs are activities and experiences that really expand on and support girls' school-based learning. They're evidence-based, hands-on, minds-on, age-appropriate, so all the great stuff. Our 9 core programs really range from media literacy to economic literacy to staying healthy bodies, healthy living. We also do leadership and community action and advocacy programs. and then our Operation Smart, which is STEM. And we are very excited about our adding on to our STEM programming. We just finished the renovations of one of the locker rooms here at Girls Inc. It has turned into a beautiful program space, which will be our STEAM lab. So we will have an art lab in the front, and then our science and technology will be in the second part of the area. And we're really going to be able to offer more programming around STEM, more hands-on, hopefully be able to partner with more folks in the community to come in and share their knowledge with the girls as well. So we're really excited, to be able to expand on that. And we really had some great support from the community. So I just want to also thank the foundation and the Quig Fund and Stam Coachline Foundation, because they really made it possible.
That's super exciting. So for our audience that might not be super familiar with the acronyms of STEM and STEAM, can you give them what they are and just what that distinction is between why one is STEM and one is STEAM, and why it's important to basically have both?
Yeah, so STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and the STEAM adds the art component, right, the A in there. So, yeah, very important since, women make up a very small percentage of, STEM careers, and it's just something that, is more. We're trying to get the word out and teach girls that about these different career options that maybe they've never seen, never heard, never thought that they'd be able to do. And, we have several girls that are so smart in science and math, and, we just really want to keep encouraging that. So STEM is very important.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful. That's just exciting news that those programs are in place here locally and available to families. So tell me a little bit about, tell us about like your staff. Do you like how many people work with you? Give us a little shout out on them.
Okay, yeah, so we have, right now we're gearing up for summer, so we are hiring more staff, but we have 3 full-time leadership staff here, including myself. And so we have our program manager that does a fantastic job, Dina Hatfield, and then we have our new outreach manager that wears multiple hats, but Nicole Caney. So that makes up our leadership team. Mm-hmm. And then we have all of our program associates that work directly with the girls, providing the programs, going on the field trips. And we also have our outreach facilitators that will be doing the camps in the other locations, but then they also are the facilitators that go into the School for Healthy Sexuality.
Okay, well, they just put the phone number up on the screen for our audience. So for Girls Inc., if people are interested in any of these programs, is best way to connect with you guys?
Yeah, they can definitely give us a call or visit us on our website. Okay. You're able to register your girl directly through the website for after school or summer. We really try to keep things very affordable for our families in our community, but we also offer scholarships. So if anyone is on our website and is interested in learning more about that as well, they can just give me a call. So yeah, that's probably the best way, or they can always even stop by.
Yep. Okay. Well, that's good to know. So we heard a little bit about the staff of Girls Inc. Give us a little highlight on the board of directors.
Yeah, so we've been, our board's been growing, so it's been really exciting. With the new building, we needed to also grow the board and really diversify. And so that's what we've been focused on as well this last 2 years. Mm-hmm. We have a great board. Our board president is Jackie Webb. She retired from Reed Health. But we have several people from the community on our board, and it's an active board. They love participating and really sharing our mission, which is so important.
Yeah. What is the biggest impact to the community that you want the viewers today to take away from about Girls Inc.?
Girls Inc. really works with girls that if we weren't here, they would be home alone after school or home alone in the summer. Maybe they wouldn't have a strong female presence in their life or be exposed to the opportunities that they get here at Girls Inc. by meeting other strong women in the community, having those mentorship relationships, having the safe space, having field trips maybe that they would have not had that opportunity. But all of that really helps to create the future leaders in our community. These girls are given opportunities to really help them succeed, find their own voice, be able to stand up for themselves, but also for others, how to appreciate the differences in each other. I think it's been a really important lesson here as well, especially in the times that we're having. Without Girls Inc., I think girls could really fall into some bad circumstances that could really end up having some bad results for them. So it really just provides that safe space and a place where they can, just really find themselves in their own voice.
Well, Girls Inc. is a tremendous organization. Our community is blessed to have you guys here and the work that you guys do. It's so supportive of girls and young ladies as they turn into young ladies. And so thank you for that. And thank you for, sharing all of that with us today. So I want to thank Marcy for taking time out of her busy schedule to share with us all about Girls Inc. And if you're interested in signing your kid up or any of the things that she talked about, if you're interested in volunteering or getting involved, any of those things, we've got the website is up now, girlsincwayne.org. The phone number we've put up on the screen for you as well. So feel free to reach out if you want to know more or get involved with them. And as we wrap up this episode of The Third Sector, I'd like to thank Marcy Crull, Executive Director of Girls Inc., and my other guest, Debra Browning from Birth to Five, for joining me today and sharing with the community the great work that they do. Stay well, and we'll see you next time on The Third Sector.